that exams can be tackled more calmly, coolly and successfully than you may currently believe is possible. The powerful techniques you will learn on this video have been developed by psychologist Dr. David Lewis, a lecturer and author of more than a dozen best-selling books on mind enhancement. Already thousands of students in hundreds of schools have used his methods to help them enjoy examination success. Now you can do the same. Here is Dr. Lewis.
Hello. In my previous video, I described how to create and use a simple learning machine to improve speed and accuracy when remembering and recalling new information. This system has now been used by thousands of students in hundreds of schools around the world, and it will work with students of any age. You don't have to be in school in order to learn something new. In that video, I also briefly described how the learning machine is used in conjunction with what I called the knowledge wheel. This consists of a series containing brief notes about the subject being studied, formed, as the name suggests, into a circle. In this video, I shall be describing the construction of knowledge wheels in greater detail and explaining how these can be created from scratch by reference to the relevant books, notes, and all the other information you gathered while learning about each topic within a particular subject area. The secret of successful learning, especially when this is going to be used under examination pressures, is organisation. While it's undoubtedly true that some highly disorganised students are able to succeed and even triumph in an exam, whether these exams are taking place at a school or later at university, the vast majority of students are far more likely to succeed if they do their learning in an organised manner. As I was once told, the race is not always to the swift or the battle to the strong, but if you're going to put money on it, that's the way to wager. I believe the same rule applies in the classroom, where organisation is the key to success. In order to describe what knowledge wheels are and how they should be constructed, we're going to pay a return visit to the school in Tunbridge Wells, Kent, England, where I filmed Pass That Exam. You'll find details of this video at the end of this session. Now, let's go back to the school. You'll find that by following the simple instructions given in that video, you or your child should find little difficulty in creating a knowledge wheel for every subject being studied.
To ensure rapid and accurate recall under exam room pressures, you should organise what has to be remembered into what is called a knowledge wheel. This ensures that the associations between key facts are short and direct, making it much more likely that recalling one piece of information will automatically bring the rest to mind. The technique I'm going to tell you about may be used for most, but not all, subjects. Exceptions include foreign languages and scientific or mathematical formulae. These can only be mastered by constant practice and by using the spot learning method I shall describe in step 5. The first and crucial step in creating a knowledge wheel is to extract the key information from textbooks, revision guides, and lesson notes, plus any other relevant sources. You should then write this information down on index cards. Take great care over this initial task, since candidates who only revise from very condensed information are likely to lack sufficient breadth of knowledge to achieve high marks and good grades. Where suitable, use abbreviations, drawings or sketches. Limit yourself to a single topic. Break topics down into smaller and smaller units until this has been achieved. Next, select up to 25 cards containing facts relating to a single topic or subject. Choose any card and place it face up on the table. Now select another card containing information that links logically to the first. After placing the second card below the first, select a third card which links to the second and put it underneath the second. Continue in this way until you've placed all the cards on the table in the shape of a circle. This ensures that the last card placed in position is beside the first card you set down. By creating this circle, you've transformed a list of facts into a knowledge wheel that has neither a start nor a finish. Simply by preparing these cards, you'll have already stored large amounts of information into your long-term memory, so the task of learning the facts will be made much easier. Now start anywhere you like on the circle and move in either a clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. Read the information held on each card in turn and move around the circle until you're back at your starting point. Do this 2 or 3 times. Now read the facts in the knowledge wheel again, but on this trip turn each card face down once you have read it. Next, turn over any card you like, read the information it contains, and try and recall the facts on the card either above it or below it in the knowledge wheel. Remain relaxed and just allow the information to come into your mind. If you get stuck, which is very likely on the first few trips around the knowledge wheel, turn over the card and read the information it contains. Now try and recall the information on the next card in the knowledge wheel. When you've remembered all you can of that information, once again turn the card over to check the accuracy of your recall. Having begun moving around the knowledge wheel, you must continue to travel in the same direction for the remainder of that session. After you've either recalled or read all the information contained on the cards, repeat the procedure by turning all the cards face down once again. Now go back through the knowledge wheel, taking care not to start at the same part of the circle and to move in a different direction. For example, if you moved clockwise on your first trip around the knowledge wheel, then the second time round, go anti-clockwise. Before very long, you'll find that remembering any one piece of information from any of the cards in that knowledge wheel is quite sufficient to jog your memory for the information contained on all the remainder. Boost your memory still further by creating visual images of the information and by making quick written notes as you bring it to mind. In this way, you'll be storing those facts in visual, sound, and muscle memories. Your brain remembers the hand, wrist, and arm movements you used when writing it down. By storing information in several different places in the brain, you will significantly improve your ability to bring it clearly to mind during the exam. The more actively you work with your material, the easier and more interesting studying becomes. So constantly ask yourself questions. Once you can answer these without referring to your notes, you will have gained a firm grasp of the topic. After completing a session, store all the cards relating to one topic in clearly identified envelopes. Build up topics within subject areas. Keep a box for each subject and put the envelopes containing cards for each topic into it.
Always remember that the key to successful learning is never to try and memorize anything you don't fully understand. When something seems confusing or even downright baffling, the approach is what I term progressive fragmentation, or profragging for short. I'll explain exactly what this means in my next video. I'll explain how the technique works and how every problem you will ever come across, every problem, is made up of just 3 elements: the givens, the operations, and the goal or goals. What exactly these are and why they're so helpful, I'll be explaining in my next video in about a fortnight's time. Finally, as I said before, please keep in mind that although my focus in this video is on school exams, which are so important, it's not all about classroom learning. The techniques I teach in these videos can be applied at any age by anyone with an interest in acquiring, remembering and recording new information. I believe the youngest person to whom I ever taught this approach was age 7 and the oldest was 87. I do hope you found what I've had to say in this video interesting and helpful. Do let me know if you have any problems or issues, things you'd like to discuss with me. Just contact me via the YouTube website. So until our next meeting, thank you very much for watching and au revoir for now.